Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, now here I am continuing on with my Christmas reviews. And now next up, like I said I was going to do, next up is going to be a review for the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So this special was just released last month on Disney Plus. And yeah, and this also like oh this is like the second Marvel Studios special presentation that they've done. And this special this is actually a pretty good special right here. Yeah, I mean, as I was watching this, I mean, yeah, I actually really did like this. Like, this really was a pretty good special. Like, and I really did like this. Yeah, and on Wikipedia, it actually says that apparently this special is serving as the conclusion for Phase 4 of the MCU. So yeah, so that's kind of interesting that apparently this is like the last Marvel production of Phase 4 of the MCU. Like yeah, I just find that to be like kind of interesting. Like I mean, it seems like Phase 4 has mostly like consisted of like the shows that have been made on Disney Plus. I mean, yeah, there have been like the movies I have already talked about, but yeah, it seems like Phase 4 has mostly consisted of the shows and the special. So yeah, interesting to see that like this is the first phase where it's mostly like shows rather than movies. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, this special, yeah, this was like a really good special. I really did like this a lot. I mean, this was definitely like a much better holiday special than the Star Wars holiday special from all those years ago. Like the Star Wars holiday special was really just like an embarrassment, but here, like this was actually like a really good special. Like, yeah, this is like a special that is actually like done right with the movie series that it's tied in with. Yeah, they really do a really good job with this. Yeah. So in the special, like it still really does have like all of the Guardians of the Galaxy cast in here. Like you still have Chris Pratt, Batista, Karen Gillan or Gillan, however it's said, uh, Palm Clementieff of Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper, and yeah, and they all do reprise their roles. Yeah, of course, like there's no Gamora in this special. Like Gamora, of course, isn't in it. Like they haven't like actually reunited with Gamora yet. If they're even gonna actually do that, if they are really gonna find Gamora and bring her back into the Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, who knows if that's even really gonna happen? Yeah, but yeah, they still do have like all the entire Guardians of the Galaxy cast in the special. Yeah, and James Gunn once again does serve as the director for this special, and he did write it as well. Yeah, so this still really does have like all the cast and crew from the movies. And what can you say? I mean, the two movies were like really good to great, and yeah, and this special really does like fall into that. Like, it still is like really good. It really does have like all the charm and humor that the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies have had. So yeah, this really did serve as like a really good holiday special. So I admittedly did think that it was like kind of silly that they were really like gonna do this with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they were actually having a holiday special for them. Like I just like think that when I first heard about it, it did sound like kind of like silly and over the top, and I really did like have like I was kind of nervous that this was going to turn out to be just like something like really stupid or something. But yeah, they didn't. Like this actually did tell like a really good story, and they really did a good job with it. Yeah. So uh, the story for this special is that like it is like Christmas time over on Earth, and because of course Star Lord is human, like he does know about Christmas. And it like it explains how when Star Lord was like young, apparently he, uh it showed how um uh, Yondu ruined Christmas for Star Lord when he was a kid. Yeah, and so when Mantis and Drax find out about it, they then decide that they want to really um give Star Lord the best Christmas present ever. And so yeah, what they decide to do is honestly pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, so the series really mainly focuses on Mantis and Drax. It really is about them trying to find the best Christmas present for Star Lord. Yeah, and they just embark on the mission to really find his present. Yeah, and the stuff that does ensue, as they are trying to find it, is really funny stuff. There really is a lot of really funny jokes in this special as they are trying to find Star Lord the best gift. Yeah, and it is done really well. Like what we see in Sue is really funny stuff. Like they pass by these people in costumes, which includes some of the Marvel characters like Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Black Widow, and it is kind of funny. Like there's this one point where they see a guy in a Captain America costume, and Mantis is excited. She really does think it is Steve Rogers still, and runs over to hug him. Yeah, it is pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, and that is really the main focus of the special. Them a Mantis and Drax bringing looking for the Christmas present for Star Lord. Yeah, and they then do eventually bring the present back, and then then it is kind of funny what we see happen. Yeah, yeah, and plus also the ending of the special also kind of does have an interesting twist on it as well, which I will talk about in a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, they but yeah, really just as I was watching the special, I really couldn't find really anything much to really complain about. I mean, maybe there was some stuff that was kind of stupid about it, particularly the stuff with Drax. Yeah, as I've mentioned before, or I think I said this when I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy 2, how I just really hate Drax. Just he's such an idiot, and really just I really don't get into his humor. I just really find his humor to be really stupid. Like the Why is Gamora line from Infinity War, I really didn't find funny, and just a lot of his humor I just really don't laugh at. So yeah, so just his humor really is not for me. Yeah. But yeah, there is a still stuff the stuff in the special. It is really good, and yeah, and I do actually like how they really do have this really be set around Christmas. They don't take a route like they do in the Star Wars Holiday Special, where they just make up a holiday and it's not even actually um even about Christmas. This yeah, here they actually do have it be set around Christmas, and they want to have a Christmas celebration for Star Lord. Yeah, and it really is pretty heartfelt, and yeah, and it really is told really well, and yeah, and like I said, there are some funny moments in this special, and yeah, and a nice twist on the ending. So yeah, so just yeah, what else can I really say? Just this is a really good special, and it is definitely worth watching. So yeah, so if you haven't seen this special yet, I definitely do recommend giving it a watch because yeah, it is a very good special, and yeah, and very worthy of being a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy saga, or the Guardians of the Galaxy series, I guess I should say. Yeah, I really don't have a problem really believing that this really is still canon to the two movies, as opposed to the Star Wars Holiday Special, where it really is hard to really buy that. It still really is canon to the all the movies. Yeah, but here, yeah, it is really a easy to really believe that this is still canon to the movies. So yeah, so just yeah, I don't know what else I can really say about it, but yeah, it is really good. All right, so yeah, so I guess I'll just talk about the premise of this special. So yeah, so it opens up kind of odd. Like it opens up with an animated segment showing how as I said, when Star Lord or Peter Quill was younger, it showed how he was trying to explain Christmas to Yondu, but Yondu ended up ruining Christmas for him. Yeah, and it shows now how the Guardians of the Galaxy have purchased Nowhere, and showing how like they've taken in like a Cosmo the space dog as a new member, and yeah, and the stuff with Cosmo, like it's showing that like Cosmo, like let's kind of communicate like kind of like with like some sort of like a electric collar or something, kind of like similar to Doug and the other dogs from Up. Yeah, yeah, and it like his like explain that how like over on Earth like it is like a Christmas time. So yeah, and as a result of like what Yondu did to Star Lord when he was young, Mantis then was like talking about with Drax how they want to find the perfect Christmas gift for him, and because he's like still depressed about the loss of Gamora. Yeah, yeah, and it was funny. It showed how like like there were like some of the guys that were playing like a Christmas song about for Star Lord, and yeah, and it was pretty funny. It was just like talking to like a whole bunch of like nonsense and stuff about like stuff that Christmas isn't even about, which was pretty funny. Yeah, yeah, and it shows in the special how Groot is like bigger now. It shows that he's kind of like have has like this like Hulk like appearance now, and he has like a deeper voice. So it's like showing that like well now like a Groot's voice is really like similar to what it was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, like a much deeper voice, pretty much like Vin Diesel's normal voice, and it's not like the teenage and baby voices that we've heard in like the other more recent movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Infinity War. Yeah. So then yeah, then eventually then Mantis and Drax then had an idea that they would go to Earth and retrieve Star Lord's childhood hero, which was Kevin Bacon. Yeah, so Kevin Bacon is in the special as himself. Yeah, and it shows how like at first like Drax and Mantis do believe that Kevin Bacon like is like he's like an actual hero like they are, and not they're not aware that he's just an actor. Yeah. Yeah. Then it shows how like Max and Mantis. Why did I say Max? Yeah, Mantis and Drax then like travel down to Earth and they arrive in Hollywood to search for Kevin Bacon, and it shows how like they're like passing by the Grauman's Chinese Theater, and as I said, like they just like see a bunch of people like in costumes, which included like a few other Marvel characters. Yeah, yeah. Then they eventually then like acquired a map of celebrities' residence. And what was interesting is like they showed like them like passing over the map of like certain houses, and it showed like there were people like Arnold Schwarzenegger and John Cena. Yeah, and interestingly, it showed how Drax actually like went past John Cena's house. Yeah, so kind of interesting. Like it's Batista going to John Cena's house. Yeah, so I found that to be kind of interesting. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Then they eventually did locate Kevin Bacon's home, and showed how Kevin Bacon was waiting at his home for his family to come and celebrate Christmas. And then when he saw Mantis and Drax at his doorstep, like he's just, of course, was like freaked out about them, and he tried to call the police for help and tried to escape from Mantis and Drax. But then eventually, then like like they chased him around, and there was like some funny moments. Like it showed how Mantis and Drax were like jumping over uh, fences into other people's yards. Yeah. Then as the police then arrived, it showed how like they were trying to like fire on Mantis and Drax, but yeah, like the gunshots just like had absolutely no effect whatsoever. Yeah. Then eventually then Mantis then put them in a trance and also put Kevin Bacon in a trance to get him to come with them. Yeah. Then as uh, they were then flying back to nowhere. Eventually, then Mantis and Drax then just learned that Kevin Bacon was just an actor and not a hero, not a real life hero. And then then Mantis then tried to put Kevin Bacon in other trances to really make him act like he is a hero. And it was funny. At one point, Kevin Bacon actually made a reference to Batman. Yeah, so I found that kind of funny that in a Marvel production, they're like making a DC reference like that. Yeah, but then like they then like just like said how like they just were really disappointed that Kevin Bacon was just an actor and not a real hero, and then eventually they brought Kevin Bacon to nowhere, and then it showed how like they were like holding a Christmas celebration for Star Lord, and then yeah, you just like had all this stuff with like a Christmas tree and lights and a bunch of other Christmas stuff, and they even like made it snow. Yeah. Then when they gave a Star Lord his present, when he opened it and saw that like Kevin Bacon was his present, like he was just like horrified about it and just saying how like it wasn't a gift, it was just human trafficking. Yeah. Then he just like told the mantis to get Kevin Bacon out of the trance, and when she did, like Kevin Bacon then was just like freaked out about what he was seeing, and then Star Lord then just like demanded that Kevin Bacon be returned home, and so then when Kevin Bacon boarded the new ship, the Bowie, uh, Kraglin then was just like talking with Kevin Bacon, just telling him how like uh, Star Lord was just inspired by him, and when like he learned when Kevin Bacon learned like how much like he of an inspiration he really was to Star Lord, he then decided to celebrate Christmas with the Guardians, and then we just had this celebration, and it showed that like he was like singing like a song, and during the song it just showed like every all the Guardians giving gifts to each other. It showed like at one point Nebula gave Rocket Bucky's like metal arm, yeah, and they gave like some other gifts around as well, yeah. Then after the celebration, like when Kevin Bacon then went home, like Mantis was just explaining to Star Lord the reason why they held the celebration for him was because of what Yondu did to him when he was younger. But then Star Lord then just revealed to Mantis that Yondu then like eventually changed his mind about Christmas and gifted him with the blasters that he are his primary weapons. Yeah, yeah. Then afterwards, after that, then just Mantis then just like was telling Star Lord that uh, that uh his father Ego was actually her father as well, which like meant that she was actually Star Lord's sister, and it was also like revealed that like she like didn't want to tell him this because she was worried about him like of Star Lord being reminded about like everything his father did, such as like of course being responsible for his mother's death, as it was like it talked about in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, as well as like attempting to kill him as well. Yeah, but it showed how like uh, Starlord was really elated about it, and then it just showed like him hugging Mantis. Then it just ended with another like animated that just showing like Star Lord as a child with Yondu, and they just just sped away in their ship, and then it just like read "Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays" to everyone, and then it cut to credits, and it was interesting to see that like the end credits like showed that all the text was like in red and green. So yeah, so they still even did continue the Christmas theme during the end credits, yeah. But then then after the credits, like there was like this like of course a post credit scene showing like how Rocket and Cosmo were like decorating Groot as a Christmas tree, but when Groot put his arms down, like all the decorations just fell off, and you just had like Star Lord, not Star Lord, a Rocket just turning to the camera saying, "Now we got to do another holiday special," and then that's how it ended. So yeah, so this really was like a really good special. I really did enjoy watching it. Like there were some funny moments. It told a good story, and yeah, and and like I said, that twist with Mantis revealing that she is a Star Lord's sister really was like a nice like a twist on things, like showing how they're there was like more connection to them than they originally did think. Yeah. But yeah, this really was like a really good special, and I really did enjoy it. Like so yeah, so what else can I really say? This really was just a very good special, much better than the Star Wars Holiday Special. Yeah, and yeah, so if you haven't seen this yet, I definitely do recommend giving it a watch. It is just a very good special, and like I said, just very worthy of being part of the Guardians of the Galaxy series. So yeah, so I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right, so I guess that's all I have to say about it. All right, so yeah, so this is my review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review, yeah. And yeah, now like Christmas is just a few days away now, yeah. And like I said, like along with like this special, like I said, I would be also talking about a couple other ones. Like I said, I would be talking about the new Santa Clauses series as well as the new Christmas Story movie, A Christmas Story Christmas. So yeah, so I'll be talking about the Santa Clauses series on Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Day I will talk about A Christmas Story Christmas. Yeah, but before I do that, like there is like something else I'm going to be talking about first. Like I guess it is appropriate to actually make a review for this since I am going to also be talking about Christmas Story Christmas. So yeah, there is like something else I'm going to be reviewing up next before I do talk about it, which, yeah, I guess, like I said, it seems appropriate to really do this before I do talk about A Christmas Story Christmas, and I'm sure, like, some of you may know what I'm talking about. But yeah, stay tuned, that's going to be coming up next. Alright, but yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this review, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.